What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another amazing episode of the Modern Queer Podcast. I'm your host, Xzavier V, and I got my man's Doc Krispy, Say It Ain't Krispy, in the studio. How you doing today, man?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good, man. How about yourself, man?
I'm doing all right. It's been a journey to get to this point of the episode.
Man, well, it's like episode 4 between us.
Damn, it is like,
Yeah, definitely.
Like I told you, I said, whenever I have an opportunity to talk to your ass in some place, whether I'm here or somewhere else, I'm gonna be like, hey, bro, you wanna come get on right quick?
And
Always.
I'm definitely down to always, you know what I'm saying, do something for you, man. Like, you've been there. Pivotal moment, man, through the beginning, man. You seen just shoes, you seen from shoes into clothes, and now you finna get the taste of everything.
Yo, man, like just you brought a lot of shit today.
I did.
You brought skateboards, you brought hats, you brought shirts, you brought shorts, you brought a fucking jacket. Like, all we missing is the shoes. Like, motherfucker. Your hustle has grown tremendously these last couple years, like, and you know, just for the record, I don't think a lot of people know, like, me and Doc Chris got history. Like, we two Beecher niggas, graduated from Beecher High School back in the day, Beecher Bucktown. You know, I saw this man, you know, from the humble beginnings, like you said, of sneakers, and you know, the shit just got better, and then he was like, shit, I'm gonna go into fashion. And he started doing fashion shit. He was like, shit, I'm about to drop merch. Then you started dropping merch. Then you got the website. And then the shit just been a continuous movement since, like, what, 2016, 2015? Because I know I came to first interview in 2017.
Yeah, so that's, like, basically, like, around the start. You know what I'm saying? For sure. Like, that's, like, that's, like, fresh when we first started, like, making the merch, you feel me? Me and my guy. Orion, you feel me?
Shout out.
Crispy Shabazz, you feel me? We went and got some tees pressed up, straight quality, all screen printed, you know what I'm saying? We paid a lot for the tees, man. And
you was working with some companies and some of that shit just wasn't working.
I'm trying to tell you, man, it's just like, I'm just thankful to be here because, man, a lot of shit didn't work out. And a lot of shit did, but
a whole lot of shit did.
You feel me? But that's the reason why we here. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta take these opportunities and these people that you meet. Don't look at them like in no bad way. Just use it as a lesson. You know what I'm saying? Stepping stones to your next step. Type shit. True.
Well, listen, we're gonna get into all of that and then some on this episode because you got one of, like, I think in my opinion, you got one of, like, the most unique advantages here in the city because of just how expansive your brand is. Like, I remember, you know, when I don't know what interview it was, and I was like, yeah, bro, I'm waiting on, like, siak Asia, siak Europe, and siak on the East Coast. Like, I'm still waiting on that because I feel like that's how expansive your shit is. Like, you hitting so many markets, so many age groups, so many different demographics. It's just ridiculous. Not only that, like, you yourself has grown as an individual. Like, now you got these dreads, now the beard and shit then grew out. Definitely, like, the skin then got clearer, the confidence has gotten better. I'm like, damn, my nigga, like, this is what we call successful ass growth, people.
You feel me? Like,
kudos to you.
Real deal growth, man. Like, you probably looking at about 3-4 years right here, but like to go to whole 7, I would have to put shoes up there. But like the reason there is no shoes up here,
why are there no shoes up here?
Man, like when COVID first hit, man, like it took a drastic hit on my business. Like I really couldn't like take people in because I really didn't have no way to like track it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's like I just really shut it down and like really did friends and family. But like shit, I held it down with like providing over 100 siak masks. You know
I remember that.
Yeah, so we went into mask making. You know what I'm saying? It was a real deal need for that. Like,
talk about the motherfucking business pivot, though.
I'm trying to tell y'all, man. You're gonna hear me say pivot a lot,
dude. You've been pivoting. Like, I remember you coming out with the packs and masks and stuff.
Yeah, it's definitely made hand sanitizer from scratch, like all that, man. Like what? It was something that, like, man, when the need is out there, man, it's like somebody gonna feel it.
True.
You know what I'm saying? And if it's beneficial to me and others, I feel it if I can. I'm not gonna try to feel all of them.
Right.
You know know what I'm saying? But I just thought like, damn, siak mask would be cool with the sanitizer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, then like if I remember with the mask, like you had like paint splatter or something.
It started off very, very simple, like just regular mask with the the tag on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the regular little tag on there.
Shut it up for the camera right there. This motherfucker. We're gonna have to zoom in on that.
You feel me? But yeah, just like this same tag, and I've been probably running these tags for probably about like I want to say about 3-4 years. You feel me? I'm getting ready to switch everything up. It's everywhere, man. Like I've been using it for a long time, and it started off just as the tag, but I wanted them to be different. Like I wanted them like, okay, we protecting them. They like it. Now let's style it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm all about style. So I'm like, let's see, we could throw some paint on them, you know what I'm saying? And I just when I did that, it was like, that's it. It was just like so many color combinations. They really could have been like, ooh, I want the Packers colorway. Ooh, I want the green bay.
Yeah, like,
you know what I'm saying?
Now,
like anything.
There's so much money to be made with like customizable masks because, we still in a real sort of way dealing with COVID. So, like, even just in general, I think, before COVID, I think we could have looked at Asian culture, how they was always wearing masks.
Shout out Schizo, Day, and everybody who with the gang coat, because we was wearing masks before the pandemic. Like, we just thought that shit just looked cool. Like, you feel me? Like, you feel me? That's why we always gotta style it. You know what I'm saying? The goal is to look cool. You know what I'm saying?
So, how has everything been for you these last couple of years, right? Because you've been everywhere. Like you've been in fashion shows. You've been in music videos. Oh yeah, talk to the mic.
Okay.
Is that what's going on? Okay. Okay. I was like, bro, you got a mic. You can say something, right? Like,
right.
I'm not trying to interrupt and stuff.
No, you good. I was playing it to Dad. Don't worry about it. Feel like you've been in fashion shows. Man. You done had your stuff in music videos. You done had so many collaborations with people. Like, so how has it just been, just like moving and vibing with the city these last couple of years?
It's been, I ain't gonna lie, it's been very fucking depressing, very stressful. You know what I'm saying?
That's not the answer I was expecting.
It's beauty in all of that. It's beauty in all of it. Trust me. But it's just like, man, just trying to take this to the next level. Like when October 29th hit, that's my 7-year mark. So it's like 7 years. It's like, man, I really ain't touched shoes like how I wanted to. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of thoughts that's going on in my head. Like, damn, you gotta level up. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, taking these level up and these steps, man, could be hard because it's like we in Flint, Michigan. Like I'm outsourcing everywhere for so much stuff from like embroidery, graphic design, like all types of things. So it get rough, but it's been a beautiful thing though. Like, and one of the most pivotal moments where I really been at since people really been asking, man, I jumped back on my skateboard.
Yeah,
like
clearly. I mean, clearly.
Like I jumped back on my skateboard, and that's like a thing that I did like in high school around like 2010, 2011. We was into it. You feel me? So I can't deny my past. That was there.
These were things.
And I was the shit at that too. You know what I'm saying? It's like anything I touch, man, it's like golden. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, but that's just through my work ethic and my vision to propel myself and the people around me.
True.
You know what I'm saying? But I really been on my board, just chilling. You know what I'm saying? I really got a skate team now, SBK boards. You know what I'm saying? Siak boarding company, and that was like I was looking for something, like looking for this market. Like, man, my shit dope, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, I need this market.
I know, like, especially within like the last year and a half, like skate culture here in the city has been really
and it's not even done yet. Like,
I can only imagine.
You don't need to understand. Like, that could be a whole nother episode. Like, for real, like the Flint skate culture is really coming, and the only reason why it's not is because like it's just certain things we gotta have, and they are in progress. So you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Shout out Brett Shelley with the indoor coming.
Some exclusives, yo.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. You know what I'm saying? They got the indoor park coming. You feel me? So that's gonna generate like it's already people from Flint going to Detroit, going to Lansing, going out of state. So when we get a place like that, not only is they working on like the indoor, but they supposed to be working on the outdoor as well. And the outdoor is like $1 million budget type stuff. You feel me? Like
that's what's up. Yeah, because I especially over the summer, like I was seeing so many people down here skateboarding and shit, and I was like, what? Then I saw that Flint B had did an article about the skates, like some of the stuff that was going on with the skate, especially like women in skateboarding.
Oh yeah,
and I was just like, what? And then, you know, just now looking at you like doing skateboarding and stuff like that, I'm like, god damn, it really must be some moves running around this motherfucker.
It's definitely some moves, and it's like it's a community that you really don't even like, that's right under your nose. You don't know nothing about it.
As with most things.
Until you dive in, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been hearing all this about Wav Village, and here I am finally here. And it's like, hella people already been here. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
and hella people who know you.
I know everybody down here on the wall. You know what I'm saying? With the pictures and stuff, I know damn near everybody. You know what I'm saying? But this skateboarding is like, I was looking for something. And when I say I'm looking for something, it's the market. So it's like the style of the products, the clothes, it's the rarity, the uniqueness. It's like, damn, it fits right over here. So I want to say probably like 2 years ago, probably like almost 2 year or two ago, I met Blimar, you feel me? Okay. He on the SBK skate team, you feel me? A team rider, and this is like my first board.
Right.
So this board was what started it all. Like, had an idea for shirts, for horror shirts to come out with for this year, but it just was like, man, like, I already met him and he was already skating, so I was like, I eventually want to do that for the team, but it was like, I didn't know how yet. You feel me? And I was like, damn, this would be cold as a board. And I just was like, tapped in, resources came, put in the universe. The idea of me having, I want a skateboard. Like, I probably made it a real thing in like less than a week. I
mean, listen, given
but
given
they don't know
you,
that though. They don't know that about me.
Yeah, I'm like, given what I know about you and just how fucking tapped in you are to so much.
I'm already 10 months in, already done made like 50 of them being just self-made. Like,
well, yeah, I've been seeing your posts, like you've been like selling them and shit too.
Definitely about to turn that up with graphic designs, working with graphic designers to get like my actual mock-up so I can actually get it to look creative.
So like there is like a legit market for like selling customized skateboards.
It is a legit market. Damn. Like, you just really
here in the city.
I mean, you
growing. It's a growing.
It's a growing market. I would definitely say it's growing, but Brush Alley been holding it down though. Right. They've been holding it down. It's like it's another skate shop, but I don't think they like it's popular, but they still get love and stuff like that.
It's the
Captain.
Yeah, is that the shop by Live Stecker?
Yep, that's the one over there. But I think they moved it from the building like to the fire place or something like that.
Because I'll be driving by and I'm like,
but yeah, I've been meaning to go by and actually check that out though. Because I just like being connected in my city, so that'd be another outlet. Yeah,
for sure. So like, all of your shit has its own customizable design. Like, what the fuck? How much weed you smoking? What kind of drugs we on? What kind of liquor we drinking? What kind of crystals and incense?
Doing no drugs.
We
but
doing
marijuana.
like what the fuck?
You feel me? Doing nothing but marijuana. I sip a little wine every now and then. You know, special occasions might take some shots with the family and friends, but. Man, I'm just really weed and wine.
God damn, but I'm like, bro, how the fuck you be designing like all of this shit?
Man, honestly, man, I just like let the creativity drive me. Like, when I have an idea, it may not even get like I had an idea, but it may not even get put into motion till like 2 weeks. But I've been thinking about it this whole time, trying to figure out how I want it to look. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that, but. Man, it's a lot, bro. Like, and to know I'm doing all this by myself, like what y'all seeing is not like this is drawn by graphic designer Toriano Jones. You feel me? Somebody I work very close with. But like, bro, most of this other stuff is like really like me. You feel me? Shout out Alex for some Alex Shaw. You know what I'm saying? It Ain't Safe. You know what I'm saying? They hold me down as far as like graphics and branding when I can't help myself, but.
Bro, we just gonna cut your head open and just see what sort of universal shit just pop out of that bitch. Because
you gonna see some shit. You gonna see that shit. Cryptic to be looking at in the sky, man. Like,
hell no,
like for real.
But yeah, like I think it's so fascinating is that in a real sort of way, like you are like a one-man empire at this point. Like you started
Definitely.
as a one-man empire, and it's just like one of the things that people really don't understand is just how much work you put into this. So like,
I don't know what fun feel like. I don't know. Shit, I'm trying to tell y'all the truth, but I don't know. Like, I do know what fun feel like, but I really don't be like. I enjoy doing this. Like this excites me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like being in the club. You know what I'm saying? Claustrophobic around some people. I don't motherfucking know. Like, no, like put me in that lab with my computer. You feel me? I'm like Flint. You feel me? I love my computer.
But you know, I resonate with that because I feel the same way like about writing and the shit that I do. It just be like, yeah, like I can go like, you know, chill with a friend or whatever, stuff like that. But it's just like what excites me and what like gets my energy going and just gets me in that space where I'm like, yeah, it's just like sitting like you sit at the computer, getting ready to design some shit, getting ready to put some pictures together, and just be like, oh, I'm about to do this shit. But on some level, that can be a very isolating moment or processes and moment. So like, how do you deal with just like that social aspect that really is not there because you really putting all your time and energy into this?
I would say like the people who know me know I deal like I work like that. Like that's how I operate. And I'm really thankful for the people who do fuck with me that knows I operate like that. You feel me? And it's like any emotion where I'm sad, happy, crazy, like I put it all into this. Like if I'm sad, still gonna go into it. You know what I'm saying? And it get tough though. I'm not gonna lie, just dealing with it like socially, cause I'm like a very social person. Like I came in here, knew everybody. You feel me? Know how to read the room, but it's like I don't get that a lot because I'm just putting all this time into myself. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's very important. I feel like all this time that I'm putting into myself, it's gonna be worth it like really soon. Like definitely. I'm waking up feeling like, damn, it could be any day now. You know what I'm saying?
Like I mean, really, only you got the vision.
For real, you know what I'm saying? So it could literally
the vision. So
exactly. And the spiritual journey, man, that was like so eye-opening. Like
don't it like?
And I'm like 4 years running now. Like in the beginning was like the first interview you did where you said like it's so sacred down here that we need to put stones and crystals in each corner.
It was.
You know what I'm saying? And ever since you said that, man, I've been locked in on it for real.
Listen, because it was just it was so much. Like I remember when I went down there, it was like it was you. I think you was there. Yeah,
he was shooting.
It was it was like a couple of us down there, and I just remember like. You like expending all of this creative energy in this space. It's just like, nah, my nigga, you gonna have to protect this. You gonna have to lock this down. So like, cause if that's your space, then that space always needs to be clean. That space always needs to be clear. Like not everybody can have access to coming down there like that. Cause
ask them still to this day. It's just like that. You can ask them still to this day. It's just like that. People who like will come down without even knowing what's going on will still feel like, yeah, I can't go back because I'm bullshitting. Like you can't come down there and bullshit. It's a place of real energy. It's like it's a lab. Like he be down there, I'm down there, Block Logic down there. It's 3 laptops down there.
it's a space, and it's like with that comes a space of accountability. Right? It's like we come in together in this space to work and build some shit. And like you said, like you can't come down in this space on some bullshit and just just trying to absorb the energy so you can take that bitch home. You can never
come down there on some me shit. Because we will weed your ass up. Quick, ask about it. I'm trying to tell you.
That's all like a lot of niggas be weeded out the front.
With the energy that's in the lab.
Yeah. So do you still like wear? Yo,
man, I kind of do. I kind of do, man. I kind of fell off. I'm not gonna lie, man. It's like the more in tune I got with it, I realized that like crystals was just like the physical form of just like the energy.
Zoom in on my face and post.
So when I realized that was just like a physical form, so like I have some things with me. So like,
now, of course.
So like, if this, you know what I'm saying?
Look at that.
If that exudes
now
like strength, you know what I'm saying? If that exudes strength, creativity, protection. You feel me? This is just like a physical form I could just grab, so I feel safe and like I know I got that with me.
Yeah.
But when it get deeper than that, you pull them emotions and shit out yourself. You know what I'm saying? I definitely reached that stage, bro.
My nigga. Oh shit. I'm like, okay, I'm super fucking proud because
I definitely want to get back into wearing it though, because dude, it is like, I believe it's fire than like real jewelry.
Oh
sometimes.
yeah,
like,
most
you get
definitely.
The pieces and you got the.
Cause I mean, like you remember, like
Ebony gemstones,
like,
farmers market, plug them. You feel me?
You remember like you remember like when downtown Flint was like 2014, 2015, like niggas was down here on all kind of shit.
All types of
we
shit.
We all rocking crystals and jewelry, and we all talking about consciousness and shit. Like we rocking like Egyptian Egyptian necklaces and shit. Like, yo, it was a whole different vibe. Totally a whole different vibe. So kudos to you, bro. I'm proud to hear the growth.
For sure.
Proud to hear the growth. So like, I'm so curious about this particular.
About this one?
Yeah. Like, it's got fire on it.
Yeah, I'm a fire sign for sure. I just
skating.
love playing with fire. Like, if you look, like, it's like 3 designs up here that just got fire in them. Like,
Yeah.
fire sign. But this particular board, so this would be the last board. Comes to shove.
Okay,
So, like, pop, shove it. Yeah, I'm with the wittiness. You feel me? So, push come to shove. Pop, shove it. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm also getting like random Lupe Fiasco kick push vibes from this.
Hey, you see? That's definitely rooted in my culture too, because like before, like, I want to say like, what's the Black album? The one that was just all black. That was Lasers, wasn't it? No, that's not Lasers.
No.
On the front of Lasers. That was Food and Liquor too.
I know it, but I know it.
Wasn't that Food and Liquor too?
You know, we got the internet.
Yeah.
You feel me? I believe it was Food and
Who
Liquor.
said yeah?
I think it was.
Okay, I was about to
Yeah,
say
so
we
right
got the
after
internet.
Food and Liquor, like, I think me, was you there? I was with somebody else magical. I think it was me, Jeff Ross, and we went to Detroit. And we went to like a sign-in, you feel me? And I had got it signed, but that was probably like the real time I ever like listened to him.
Dang, I heard, how the fuck is Jeff?
Jeff is amazing.
I ain't
Ross
seen-
Herbs, y'all. Ross Herbs, tap in.
I ain't seen Jeff. I heard that name in a while.
Bro, Jeff is doing amazing.
Is
man.
he? Dang,
Like,
that's
you
what's
remember
up.
how Jeff used to like dance and like he used to really like be
Listen, all you niggas used to dance.
but
back in
look,
the day.
like he really can dance now. He healthy. Like,
I remember you telling me about that like a couple years ago.
he definitely healthy. Like he can have a consultation with you and just like figure out what you need herb wise, and he can get you together with anything you need.
Dang, shout out.
Sea moss, everything, like all that. So he definitely, and that's one of the people like, it's like my spiritual journey. I had a few, like 5 different people. You feel me? You one of them, Jeff one of them, my auntie Janice, Lightheart from Detroit.
Yeah.
And a few others, you feel me? And those is kind of like my
Wow,
spiritual
I forgot
guides.
about that Lightheart moment.
I don't forget about nothing.
Yo.
See, that's another moment that we had. Like, that wasn't even for me, and I just became so vulnerable in that moment.
That was such a crazy moment. Yo,
Bro.
I'm remembering that. You're right. Why did I even bring that down there for that? I don't even know.
That was like, I think that was right after you did your interview with me in the lab, and then you said you was going down there to do him, and you thought it was cool if I was to come down there and take pictures.
Yeah. Oh,
like
right.
that.
Because then you go
was
to the
doing
party.
audio. Yeah, I went to the party.
Yeah. What? Listen, y'all. We went to the D to this beautiful party, bro. Kicked it with some beautiful black people, some art shit.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It's some of the people that I met there that I still actually kick it with.
Are you serious?
too.
Wow.
Yeah, like for real, they like tap in with me on Instagram.
Bro, we done been through a lot.
So I really was excited
we
to
done
really
been through a
come.
fucking
We really
lot.
been through a lot, bro. Like,
God
from high
damn.
school all the way to just being grown ass individuals with brands and whole ass entities. You feel me? Like,
Listen. Just and shit like we didn't just like talked about and rampaged about and just like it is crazy just seeing like a lot of us now who we didn't had like we was all like having them conversations like back in the day like, oh, this is what I want to do. And just watching that shit just like slowly manifest.
fast forward and
like,
going into time and like, damn, everybody damn near at that point or close to or surpassed. You know what I'm saying?
True. Because listen, like, I never thought about doing this. Like this podcast, I never thought about doing this. Never. It was not a thought in my mind. And then it was just like, I had an experience and like, people was like, "Oh, you should do a podcast. You really good. You should." I'm like, "Nah." And then people just like, I remember literally in one day, 3 niggas had asked me.
When people want you to do something, they will force you to
how
do it.
the fuck I do?
like for real. And it's like, I don't even know what I'm doing. They be like, you gonna figure it out. Just
Clearly.
You feel me? And
Clearly. And then like how this happened was I came to interview Arlon, and he was like, "Bro, you listen, I'm doing the mannerisms and everything. You should do a podcast." I'm like, "Nigga, what?" He like, "Come on, let me show you something." And he walked me in this room, and he opened the door, and I was like, "Yeah, that's it."
Mm-hmm.
Like I just, the energy just off jump was like, "Yeah, that's it." And then it was just like, "Shit, all right, now the fuck am I gonna do
Right,
this?"
it feel very, very real. Like we in here with the mics, the tethered screens. You feel?
Right.
We were just in the lab with
Right.
just the notebook. You know what I'm saying? Recording
Right.
on the phone.
On my
just
phone
real
and shit.
grind type shit. Motherfuckers don't know what that is, man. I'm trying to tell you, people don't know what real work is.
They listen. They really don't. They really don't. Cause like before all of this shit, like we couldn't even afford shit like that. All we had was our iPhones and shit with the note function and with the recording mic and shit. You know what I mean? Like the come up is crazy. All right. So another thing is recently, and it's always been there, but I think recently, and I'm definitely looking at this is a very politically charged shirt. You got Black Lives Matter all over this bitch, basically. And I saw when you was doing it, and I was like, oh shit. I always wondered, like, what was the inspiration for you to really, like, tap into that movement, tap into that social conscious awareness of, like, that Black experience, and then the confidence to be able to put that on your merch and be able to brand yourself, not just somebody who just out here creating custom classics with a K, y'all.
You feel me?
You know, with a K, custom clean classics, but somebody who is socially conscious and aware of what's happening around him.
Well, this started because, for the people who don't know, I'm definitely born in Minnesota. So where this happened with George Floyd, definitely Minnesota. So with me not being so like, I'm so tethered to my work to the point where I feel like I can't leave. And I want to dead that next year. So I felt like I couldn't leave. I feel like I couldn't leave. And I'm like, damn, I got to fight somehow. You feel me? I got to fight with fashion. You feel me? So that's where the idea that came up with. But I had cousins. My cousin, like Levi, in Minnesota, Louis Blaze. They got a movement going on in Minnesota where they actually forced that, like Black activists, but very young.
Wow.
You feel
Shout
me?
out to
And
them.
it's like they very hungry. And they got a whole curriculum book.
Damn.
I'm trying to tell y'all, like, some real deep shit. So when I seen them actually on the, like, Louis Blaze was like on the forefront, like white people was standing in front of him to get maced because he was making impact.
Wow.
So I seen them doing that. I'm like, this perfect. I'm like, I designed the shit, and I'm like, you know what?
I'm like,
I smelled something fruity too. But yeah, so when I saw them on the forefront, like megaphones, like I'm like, damn, this is my chance right here. This is my family. They really out there. So I created this only for them. But I showcased it on my Facebook, my Instagram, and stuff like that, and everybody wanted it. But I'm like, this not even for y'all. Like, before I even released this shirt, this package that I made, I think it was like 10 shirts. I made picket signs so that with tape in it so they could like set up where when they broke the box down, they could set up like the tape in the box, the branded sticks.
Who the fuck thinks of that?
Bro,
like
me. You know what I'm saying?
Who
like,
the fuck is doing that? Like that?
I'm trying to tell you.
God.
I didn't understand why it didn't go viral. Like I had people in my inbox like, why isn't this on the Shade Room? Why isn't this? And I'm like, I can't answer that question.
It's just not hip.
And I honestly, bro, I probably won't even touch it again, bro. It mean that much to me. Like if I did do anything, bro, it'll probably like be when SBK and siak the brand, like skate and get the name, and I'll just probably do decks as a memorabilia type thing. But I am not dropping them clothes.
Well, you know, also you had a kind of on a similar thing, but different. You know, you also for a minute you had a, you know, memorial, you know, T-shirts and stuff for your father who passed away a couple years
Fly
ago.
high, man. Rest in peace, Pops.
Dang,
My dog 10 paws.
That's another thing I remember. God, damn, I know you too fucking long at this point. That's what this is. Yeah, so like, how was I was there, but I'm just asking this question, you know, just for audience.
I know y'all want to know too.
Yeah, so like, walk us through like that process, because that's another moment of you taking, you know, your life, you taking your emotions and what's happening around you, and utilizing your voice through fashion and art to really tell a message. So like, how was the emotions and the emotions like, going through all of that? Because like, you was fucked up for a minute.
I mean, I was fucked up for sure. I lost my creator. You know what I'm saying? The person who created the creator, who creating shit. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all didn't catch that. Y'all didn't catch the play
yeah,
on
you know
words
what I'm saying?
there.
I lost the creator of the creator that's creating shit. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's like very near and dear to me. And like I said, I put my all into it. Like when I'm sad, happy, mad, and it's like, damn, I don't want my daddy face on no rest in peace t-shirts.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? So I'm like,
that's kind of played out.
That's played out, you feel me? And it's like, it just got a bad energy around it. So I'm like, let's just make something that just looks cool. Like, whether if they didn't even know about my dad passing or not. You know what I'm saying? They just thought it was cool as hell to have a van on the shirt. You know what I'm saying? A Volkswagen van at that. You know, them are very popular. So,
True. Them 70s
So
style.
the emotions, man, it was hard, but I would say it felt good to see that like all them people like supported me through that fly high van movement. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's something people want back too, but I'm like, I don't know, like
that's a lot of energy.
It's a lot of energy, man. I deal with that energy a lot because, like you said, like I'm not like in the social world like that. Like I'm to myself. So just think about all these emotions that I just be having to myself. Like that shit'll make me crazy, but I create. So I still get to release it.
Listen, that's one of the reasons why I call you Doc Crispy. And the only thing I'm waiting on is for your hair just to get even wilder, so you can look like a fucking mad scientist. That's really all I'm waiting for at this point, because it's coming. It's literally coming. I can see it.
Like, it's just gonna be a point where I just don't give a fuck about it. Like, retwist who?
I'm gonna be like, my nigga fucking did it. He said, fuck everything. I'm done. But like, so another thing that always makes me laugh about you is, because I mean, we all do it, but it's funnier when I see you do it.
Here we go.
It's always funny to me when I see you getting on Facebook. You talking about these women. It is the funniest shit to me, because I be like, bro, what kind of women? It'd be like it be going good, and then somehow or some way it be done. You don't even be telling niggas they be done.
Because it's like, why should I tell y'all it was done? Okay, y'all seen we had a good run. Y'all seen we look good. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So it's like, damn, do I really got to make the announcement that we're done? Like, I mean, if I want some more hoes or some shit, probably. But like, nah, like, I don't even be thinking about hoes. Like,
that shit be funny. It just be like, I know your work ethic. And then it just be like, out of nowhere, like a status will pop up. And you just be in your feelings.
I get bored. Like, I get bored with the work. Like, it's like the work. So it's like, damn, I'm a human. Just like everybody else. So I got a Facebook. I want to be a funny fucking comedian. You know what I'm saying? Like, they take me so serious because I'm just held up to this high ass level, just all this skateboarding brand and all that. But like, I'm a regular person. I got these funny ass jokes that I want to tell too. So sometimes you get, you know what I'm saying? You get a couple of dropped in there, but I be trying to keep it clean. Like, I cleaned it up a lot from 2 to 3 years ago. I tell you that.
This
definitely cleaned it up a lot.
These are true things. Because them emotional moments
it's still there though. Like, cause I mean, like, the moments is not gonna go nowhere. Like,
nah. I mean, shit. Even I be having them. I just be like, you know what? I just need to get this off my chest.
You feel me? Let me just in the bathtub, let it go one time, just correct.
What's your version of self-care these days, right? Because you're doing all of this shit, right? Which is phenomenal, but how do you take care of yourself being a one-man empire?
And man, I'm making it. I say that I'm making it. It's very, very hard. Like this shit, sleepless nights. Like
Literally.
I'm really just like learning how to sleep past 9 this week. Like I usually get up at 6. Even if I'm up at 3 or 4 a.m., I'm still getting up at 6 or 7. Trying to run a full ass marathon, barely eating shit.
Bruh.
You feel me? So it's like you really gotta like balance and like self-care. That's why I said I want to detach myself from my work to the point where I'm like, oh, I could do this. I could go out of town for a week. You know what I'm saying? I feel like shit.
But it's hard to do that because the lab is where you sleep.
But I gotta be able to channel the energy of the lab wherever I go.
True.
And I know I can though. I just gotta be put in front of the right people. Like I feel like when I actually decide to go out of town for the first time and actually be on some branding shit, it's gonna be like hard drive, laptop, print stores, garments.
Yeah.
Show me. You feel me? And then after that, I'm gonna just cook. I'm gonna be in a hotel room with the cricket cutter or shit, whatever we need to do. You feel me?
When you do that, you gotta film like.
No, I'm filming this shit.
Y'all gotta film.
No, next year we filming everything
shit.
Because like people don't understand like how much of a fucking impact Beecher is fucking making in so many different realms, and it's like. They like, yeah, a Beecher person would say that from Beecher, but no, you gotta you feel me? You really gotta understand, like, it's so many people, and it's like another community under your nose, like some of the dopest people in Beecher, and it's like, damn, you don't tap in with them until you know somebody that knows somebody. You know what I'm saying? But we definitely trying to film like everything. We trying to have the camera on all times next year because like we trying to get a documentary going, and we trying to like do it to the point where like everybody got a segment in it type shit. Like, you know, you see a documentary and it's just like straight through. But now this documentary probably break off in segments. Like I got a segment, YSR.
I like the multi-part segments. Cause
it's a lot of shit going on in Beecher, and it's like we trying to show y'all literally everything, and it's like it looks like we against each other, but we all in the same places.
But you know what's so funny? Like Beecher always had this sort of random energy that was just different than just the city at large. Because it really is. It's like if full anime disclosure for this thing. It's like because this is the only way I can explain shit like that. It's like first of all, Beecher is just like this small ass little community. So if you imagine we all just like Super Saiyans or like some shit like that, just charging up, you just seeing beams of light popping up out of niggas' houses. These beams of light are literally so close to each other. It's like, bro, I could literally walk from my house to your house. I can walk from my house to Rude Boy Slim house. I went to school with some of you niggas. You know what I mean? Like I can walk to anybody's house in this neighborhood, and it's just like, I'm about to go charge up over here. I'm about to go, and it's just like all of that collective energy just be fucking shit up in just incredible ways.
And with us coming actually together, like we've been coming together as the years like progress. You feel me? So you see YSR Grams got his shit together with his camp. You feel me? And it's like everybody like in that camp is like taking off or like in like some form of way involved in like getting showcased. You know what I'm saying? But it's like we trying to get the creatives on board. Like we got graphic designers from everywhere.
True.
And it's like Flint, the city, like overseas. Like we working with anybody who really want to work with us and who really want to work. So like me linking up with people, this is another thing I figured out. Me linking up with people to actually do some work and to see what they actually think work is two different ball games.
True.
True. You know what I'm saying? So that's like I see that I'm like set myself apart just off work ethic alone before we even get into any designs and you know what I'm saying? Just off work ethic alone, like I'm over the top.
Like that's why this podcast happened so fast. It was like, and then it was like, yeah, let's do the podcast. I'm like, okay. Well, you know, in my mind, I'm like, you know, I feel like I kind of, you know, I got a lot of shit going on already, and I'm like, all right, well, you know, let's shoot for like 2022. We're starting January. That nigga like, no, I feel like we had something starting next month. Nigga, this October. It's like the middle of October. I'm like, fuck, all right. Here you go. Cool, bet, let's shoot. I'm like, all right, let's do it then. But like, it's hard to kind of find like that sort of work ethic that you connect with. Like that's why when I met John and where I met Miguel over there, the work ethic for all of us just sort of like coincide and just came together so perfectly. It was just like, oh shit. And then I, getting to know everybody in this space. I'm like, oh shit, like there's just so much tapping in and so much cross promotion and all that shit that
just
we
imagine
doing.
that everybody who was in that room before we first started, like we just all came together and just did some shit. Like Anthony energy just off the dribble, just you know what I'm saying. I forgot to do some shit with him. You feel me? But like just everybody just rubbed off each other. You know what I'm saying? And like people would try to like attach themselves to your brand or your entity. Yeah. But it's like you gotta do it in a way that ain't vindictive. Yeah, that's not like seem like you mooching. You kinda gotta be like, all right, let me on this boat. Let me roll a little bit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta be willing to do something.
Yeah, it's definitely a give and take. Like I'm always a fan of, which I know like in this landscape now, people like, oh, you can't get bread, you can't make money off of social media promotion and all that kind of stuff. Which I'm like, yeah, that's true, but I'm like, I love the sort of bartering thing. Because for me, it's like, I'm trying to enhance my skill set, and I'm trying to like, perhaps maybe even tap into the network if it's possible. You know what I mean? It's just like, everybody gonna need a fucking writer.
Exactly.
Like, you gonna need somebody to write.
I ain't gonna lie, I got something I want you to say too, bro. I ain't gonna say too much.
Everybody gonna need it, right?
Definitely need it.
We can't listen. They will no flow group women came up in here. It was like, no, we can't say that on here. I was like, okay, we'll talk off the record.
Definitely. As soon as it come off,
Boop.
Definitely.
But yeah, so like I'm of that same mind. Like I don't mind coming together with people, but that energy gotta be.
And it ain't even just the work energy. Like if your personal energy off, I might want to really work with you. Yeah. But the universe just gonna keep throwing the boomerangs, just curving, just you know what I'm saying? Because it's not meant to work with you because the energy is not right.
Like my thing is just like, okay, the first time something don't happen, I'll be like, okay, cool. The second time it don't happen, red flag went up. Red flag. I'm like, all right. Definitely. The third time, I'm like, yeah. This ain't it.
And there's so many people that I would like to work with, but I just feel like it's just something going on with them energy wise that I just can't even get close to them.
Most definitely. So another aspect that you do that I fuck with, which relates to the name of this podcast, the Modern Queer Podcast, is that not only have you worked with hip hop artists and the skating community and the fashion community, you also work with the queer community too. Definitely. Specifically, I'm relating to, the collab between you and Jesse and
my dog. We always work together.
Joshua Jones.
Yep.
And for what y'all did with him, and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, that shit was dope.
He hit me up like, yo, I got a sweater. I need you to do something to it. And I'm just like, well, let me see what we can do type shit. You know what I mean? I just end up like distressing it, you know what I'm saying? I actually like cut the V line, made it like an actual shoulder crop, you know what I'm saying? And I just like wanted it to be rough for some reason, and I just like added some pins to it. Like,
you did. I mean, that motherfucker, it was rough.
And then I worked with him on when we did those the jacket with the heels.
Yeah. Listen,
that's one of my favorites, bro. Like, I don't even know what I was on. That was in the midst of Corona. That was in the midst of Corona.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? That's when I was splattering shit. So anything y'all see with splatter, it was like done.
That's the Corona season.
The same time span.
Yo, no, like to me, that shit was legendary. Cause you did custom heels for that nigga, and I was like, what the fuck is that? And it was done so tastefully. It was done tastefully, and it still had your essence and your energy in it. And I was just like, see, motherfuckers, when you know how to collab and you know who you are and you know you can bring some shit to life, stop being so fucking closed-minded about shit, because you don't know what this particular collaboration can do to enhance your creativity. And that's what I got from it. I was like, oh, that's fucking fire. Like, them heels, that jacket.
Yeah, man.
The
like,
jacket, bro.
The jacket alone.
The jacket would set it off. But
the
heels was
logo
just
got a
like,
jacket on it that I have not even used ever again since that. Like, and I haven't figured a way to use it. Like,
Kudos
just,
to you.
like,
Kudos to you. Well, listen. We gonna have to figure out how to use this. Use that motherfucker.
Man, for real.
But no, I think and me and Jesse talked about that collab and just how dope it was to see bridges and stuff like that just built, and just the amount of openness and the amount of care and quality and conversation that went into that. Like for me, that was like it was like one of those moments where it was just like, yeah, nigga, like we can really come together and build some shit
for real,
and really like blow some shit up. And so, just from my stance, I just definitely want to say thank you for doing that.
No problem, man.
And putting that shit out there like that, and being, in the truest sense, an ally, and be like, yo, nigga, I fuck with you, like, let's do it. And then it just came out phenomenal. I was just like, kudos to you, my nigga. Much love,
that, man. Like, that shit don't got nothing to do with me, man. What other people do, like, I'm a businessman, and I'm here to do business. You know what I'm saying?
I watched too much Flapjack back in the day.
What?
So,
classic cartoon.
Another thing that's on this motherfucking table is this motherfucking jacket.
Oh yeah, this jacket. I kind of want to stand up and show it off a little bit.
Go listen. Go right ahead. Ain't nobody gonna be mad at you.
So basically, we have unreleased. You know what I'm saying?
Exclusive, unreleased.
Bring it down.
Yeah, bring it down a little bit.
Like that?
Right.
Yeah, so basically we got...
Up a little bit.
Like that?
Up just a little bit. Right there.
Okay, so basically we got unreleased, you know what I'm saying? Basically...
Unreleased.
You said what?
No, I'm saying unreleased.
Unreleased, man, it's not even out yet.
Put
you know
a mic up, because the mic can go up to you.
Okay, I got you. Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah, so this is basically an unreleased jacket, you know what I'm saying? This logo, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, worked on by Toriano Jones, you know what I'm saying? One of my graphic designers. This is basically when you first saw us in like 2017. You seen us with the world,
yeah.
And we had that. This is 2.0.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? So this 2.0. So like we basically tried to like have the same elements in it, but we just tried to give it like a tough feel. Cause I don't know, when I came into 2021. I was just feeling very grunge. I was feeling tough. Like I was watching hella horror movies. And I was like, that was what driving the fire and like the, you know what I'm saying? So
the very aggressive.
And it's like it's very quality.
It is. I put it on.
Tag in the inside. You know what I'm saying? Dickies there. We ain't cutting it out because this is like me branding on what we used to wear as kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like how Cryptic was talking about the Carhartt pieces. You know what I'm saying? This shit that people would pay for. So, you know what I'm saying? Lil Jewel, if you brand on shit that's already out there popping, you know what I'm saying? Blank shit, you know what I'm saying? Carhartt, Dickies, you know what I'm saying? And put your shit on it and it's quality, it's gonna go.
True,
you know what I'm saying? That's just a little gem we gonna throw
Listen,
in.
you talking about that grunginess, that grittiness.
That greediness,
Listen,
man.
Dickies is that grungy.
Yeah, and that's another reason I like to use like working clothing, because it's like we not physically working on like houses and crazy shit like that, or like, you know what I'm saying, railroads, but it's like we really do work hard, and that's like a symbolism of that, like working hard. So we gonna brand Dickies, we gonna brand Carhartt, because these are like the mechanic shop shits, you know what I'm saying? We really working.
Yo, the hustle and the grind seems to never stop with you.
It's never gonna stop. You know how they say never say never? I don't give a fuck. It's not gonna stop.
So like when can we expect these to go in like production?
Well, production, we probably thinking like any of this shit y'all could really purchase, because like I really run by like pre-orders. So anything that y'all see, like from jackets, y'all know, hats, boards, like I do pre-orders. You know what I'm saying? The website was definitely took down because like coming into 2021, I scratched everything.
What? So what the fuck is going? Like, what's happening?
So like all this shit you seeing is like it basically like new, man, like new logos, like, you know what I'm saying. So like,
so you just low key
I scratched everything.
Did a whole rebranding on niggas.
Yeah, and I'm about to do it again, but I'm not scratching as much because I created so much this year. Like, if I created 100%, they seen 50, probably 45. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole...
Okay, Freezer, this ain't even my final format.
It's not, I'm just being honest, man. Like, if we was to go 100%, they probably seeing like 35, 40% of me. So like for you to say all this shit like going crazy, like bro, it's a whole nother animal to be unleashed.
Well, you know what we was talking about, you know, niggas think that they see everything and then they really don't. So I remember when you had the that big ass notebook. Just full of pages,
man.
Full of
I still
shit.
have that book. Like, man.
Listen, I know there's some ideas that ain't been brought to fruition yet.
It's a lot of stuff like that. I got tablets, folders, like hard drives. It's just like, it's stuff on my walls now, like where I just get an idea and I just write it on the wall. And I just got
mad scientist.
And I really just got to come back to it because it's on the wall. You gonna see it. You feel me? So
talk to us about 1-800.
Okay, so
what the fuck is 1-800
go skate? So like, I bought this because it's, like I said, very pivotal moment. Like I said, I'm looking for that market.
Right.
I finally find that market.
Okay.
I find the market, find 3 skaters that's like alienated basically, ain't got nowhere to skate.
Okay.
You feel me? I linking up with them to do the clothes. Like I'm thinking I'm finna just pitch the merch, do photo shoots on some skate shit.
Nigga, it ain't never what you think it is.
Got back on my board type shit, but this was like me entering the skate community in Flint, and they actually fucked with me. Like this was like the introduction. So like we have our own song. See, that'd be something that'd been cool to play on the TV. You feel me? We got the own song. Shout out Isbo. You know what I'm saying? Siak the brand. So we had a music video, a photo shoot, and a skate session all in one event.
God damn.
So I was in charge of like 5-6 skaters, like 4 models, 3 cameramen, and it's like I didn't get to skate at all this day. But the magic was the reaction like from the people. Like they were so excited to come out to see that. Like, bro, we have boards, t-shirts, hoodies, and it really just started with just like a board release, like $100 board release. Like you get the board and the tee, $100. You know what I'm saying? And then as we got to going, and as we got to going, it's like, okay, shit, we getting these prints in. Yeah. Shit, let's try to push some hoodies because it's getting kind of cold and we still want to skate. So the hoodies came, then the boards, and then it just like we was making everything, sweatpants, like shorts, and we just was trying to put people in clothes to just kind of complete the look of everybody being in Siak for this video. You know what I'm saying? I think the video about 2K, 1.8 or something like that, but it's very dope. I think y'all should check it out. Siak the brand on YouTube.
We're gonna have to check it.
Definitely, Isbo. Shout out Isbo for that one.
And
then crazy part is, it's the first time I ever like not ever, cause I always work in style YSI grams on some shit, but like this time I went kind of big, bro. Like on budget. Got the rapper, bought him some New Balances. Shout out New Balance, you feel me? Like,
my man said he had the budget.
I don't even know if I had a budget, bro. I was literally just trying to make this happen. I didn't give a fuck what it cost me. I just knew I planned this, and we just had to like really make it happen. And we had it planned for like 2 months, just talking about it. Like, we gonna do this, we gonna do this. I think a check hit, and I was like, let's go. It's time.
My nigga said, it's shopping time.
It's time.
Yo.
So, yeah, and that's what that's about, you feel me? So this was like, they fucked with me. Like, so this was me. Prior to me dropping this, people was actually calling me like, I'm in the skate. Hey, come skate. I'm downtown. Come skate. So this not just like a design. Like, this is like, damn, they really was calling me to skate after I just made this whole brand up, and I'm not even a year in.
They said, call me if you want to skate.
For real, and they was literally calling me, and then when I put the team together, you know, so they reputable skaters, so it's like, shit, they calling them, and then at the point, I was a cameraman, I was like, I'm still shooting, like, I'm shooting the shit, like, editing it from my phone, so I'm still in, like, the videographer type shit, but just for the skating shit only.
Come on for the technology. You can edit.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you. Definitely, like, yes, definitely. Another thing, we're trying to like just get the website back up because it's like we got all these products now. We
Yeah,
started from
you gonna
scratch.
need the
Like it's
website.
definitely
'Cause I remember
something,
the
like,
website was giving you a lot of traffic.
definitely, man. I was loving that traffic. I ain't gonna lie.
I listened.
Like being able to
It
see
was.
that whole map and to see whoever was
Mm.
there and what they was looking at and how
Listen,
long they
them
looked. at it.
analytics be
Them analytics
hilarious.
is different, man. You be like, damn, they was on there looking
Listen,
at this for 30 minutes.
that's why I be lying. That's why I be laughing to myself when like, cause I know like with the Flintside thing, I always notice that I get like more likes and more shares than like the Modern Queer magazine shit,
Mhm.
right? But the analytics be telling me that niggas really do be checking out this
Real talk, they
magazine.
definitely do, like-
but they just don't be saying
They don't
shit.
be saying shit. I'm gonna tap into it. I'm gonna just check it out. See what
Okay.
it's about.
Okay, I ain't gonna like it.
I ain't gonna tell nobody though.
Okay.
I ain't gonna tell nobody I was on this website.
No, I know you gotta add that. I ain't gonna tell nobody I was on this gay shit.
Oh man, what that one dude on I think he on Instagram, he be like, no homo, man, that gay shit, man, or some shit like that, man.
Listen, them niggas, I be like, oh, I be like, damn. I'm like, okay, cool. Well, shit, I'm just gonna keep doing what the fuck I'm doing because the analytics is clearly saying.
Yeah, they actually the analytics will show that they definitely tapping in, and you just
Shout out
gotta
to
be
Squarespace.
able. You just gotta be able to like. See, my thing is, I just try to like brand what people are.
Mm.
So if that's what he was, that's what I was gonna brand.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
gonna put my energy on it regardless.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm just not fearful to get into situations like that because some people would, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
like, man, I look at it like, man, it's a crazy market over there.
Yeah, I mean, but
For
that's
sure.
like that's a testament to like you as a creative and you as a designer, right? That
Mhm.
you can still put your own spin on somebody's brand or somebody's image. Like that's a skill and a talent. Like not everybody can do that. Not definitely everybody can do that. my nigga. So before we end this, I gotta ask this question right quick. So like, what's next? What's cooking in the lab? What's next? You got to give an exclusive because by the time this episode come out, you may or may not have.
I got
released
exactly.
it
I got
yet.
exactly what to plug. I got exactly.
All right. Hit us with the
Okay, so
exclusive.
look, basically, so for this release right here, I probably worked with my first manufacturer
Okay.
probably like a
okay.
year or two ago, and all I'm gonna say is I found another one. So just know production and everything else is about to change. Website definitely coming back sometimes next year.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say it, man. I'm not scared because motherfuckers can't stop me. So
I-
basically,
I don't know why they
magazine, bro,
will.
magazine.
Ah, yeah,
Yeah.
I remember you did reach out to me about
Definitely, I
that.
want to do magazine.
Yeah, and that is something I can definitely help
And
you
I
with.
know you could. It's like the only person that I know in the city that could actually help me.
I
with
can
that, you know what I'm
definitely
saying?
help you
So,
with that.
Anything else? Let's see.
Listen.
And them basically.
Let me
yeah,
tell you
feel
something,
me?
especially about the magazine. Ain't no other nigga in this city gonna do a magazine.
It's too much work.
It's too much work. It's too many behind the scenes logistics shit,
Mm-hmm.
and niggas is gonna look at it as I'm not making any money, not understanding.
That you like putting this shit everywhere, like you know what I'm saying? Like just drop this shit off in a couple little coffee shops. You feel me?
They don't understand how you can work
Marketing
this
101, whole nother episode.
shit. That entrepreneurship 101.
You
Like,
feel me?
nigga, you could hold a whole master class.
I
at
thought
this
about
point.
doing something like that, but it's like I want to get a little further. You know what I'm saying?
Crispy. Should we Professor Crispy in this bitch?
You feel me? I eventually want like so basically I go with the saying like made in the lab, and that's like not only clothes is made in the lab, and that come from when you first met me saying it was just so magical and shit like that from that point. Just like made in the lab, we made in the lab, clothes made in the lab, shoes, the ideas formatted. It's like 12 things that's like big as hell that everybody's had. That started in my basement.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like that energy down there is just divine. You know what I'm saying?
As it is. Well, my brother, look at this camera. Look at that. Let these niggas know where they can tap into all of this good shit you got right here on the table and just some good shit that you want personally. Let these niggas know in these cameras where they can tap into.
So that's the one right there.
That's the one right there.
Okay, so look, you can find me on Instagram, Siak the brand. You could definitely follow the second page as far as sneakers. You know what I'm saying? Say It Ain't Krispy. All that's with a K.
All of it with a K.
All of it with a K. You know what I'm saying? As far as the shoes, I'm really just like trying to dial back into it. So like I just started posting back on my Instagram like 2 days ago, and I haven't posted in like damn near a year.
Yeah, you were active
know
on
what I'm saying?
Facebook to Instagram.
For like the brand though, I'm really active on like if you on Instagram, you seeing everything. Like you seeing like
things.
Facebook not seeing the skate clips like that for real because it's not
they
appreciated. You know what I'm saying?
And you've been skating with one of my old homies, Trey. What's his name? What's his last name? He go by Trey. Is it Trey Namakazi?
Yo, that's my guy.
Yeah.
For sure, yeah.
I was seeing
He
the clips
actually family he's family or friends with the graphic designer who makes it. So that's how like we kind of like.
Okay. Yeah, that's my nigga. Like I know his mom and his people and shit like that, and I was like, these niggas skating?
It makes sense though. Like he's very big on like anime, so it definitely seemed like somebody that you would definitely be like in cahoots with for sure.
Yeah. It's funny, I actually know Trey myself too.
I'm trying to tell you, man, small city.
How small is this fucking city?
It's small.
And
man.
Getting smaller. Like what the hell? But is that all? Is that all?
Oh yeah, so yeah, I was like Siak the brand on Instagram, Say It Ain't Krispy with the K, you know what I'm saying? On Facebook you can find me Vantrell Krispy Erving with a K. An announcement I'll make, so I with me saying that I have reached out with a new with a new manufacturer, and I'm actually like working on some things. So we got the clean coats coming.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So this is probably like my best pieces that's gonna drop yet. So the coat says $100. Everything is pre-order. You know what I'm saying? But due to Christmas, we kind of like pushing it back, letting the families and stuff like that handle Christmas. And then after that, you probably see some sweatsuits because I never did no sweatsuits. So yep, we repping 7-year Siak anniversary sweatsuits.
We need the sweatsuits.
So yeah,
we need the.
That's all I'm gonna say though, right there, man. I'm plugging too much.
Listen, just maybe let me know. Just so I need. Listen, what I need is I need like a Siak lab coat. You need a Siak lab coat, bro.
That's different. I like that.
See, yeah, listen.
I used to actually wear a lab coat because like before I graduated at Mott, I did some acting. Remember I did that acting like with the photography. They made me do some acting classes. They made me do audio work like for recording and stuff like that. And I was Doc Martin. You feel me? So I had to. You know what I'm saying?
See, so we bringing this bitch full circle.
Definitely.
Well, all right, bro. Listen. Much love to you for coming through and blessing the Modern Queer Podcast with your presence, your energy, your knowledge, your experience, your fantastic ass merch. It's always good catching up with you, man. I'm always tapped in. I'm always seeing what's going on with you, where you at, how you elevating, how you moving through this motherfucking city. Because motherfucker, you moving. And you always been on the move, and shit. I'll be like, damn, where this nigga gonna be next? But like I said in the beginning, I'm waiting for Siak Asia, Siak Europe. I'm gonna be like,
definitely, man. We detach it from the work to like really just like we try to like wherever we go, be the work. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm definitely leaving.
This nigga
taking
hit us,
more trips.
He hit us with the crispy version of Bruce Lee be water. Said, be the work.
Be the work.
Y'all heard it? Be the work, motherfucker. With that being said, thank y'all for tuning in for another amazing episode of the Modern Queer Podcast. Again, I'm your host, Xzavier V. Shout out to our sponsor, Wav Village. Shout out to the engineer for the day, Miguel. Shout out to everybody who came in, who made this episode, who makes this podcast what it is. And with that being said, we'll catch you later. Wait, hold up. I forgot to plug my own shit. Rewind. Re-fucking wind. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Same name, Xzavier V. Simon. You can also, my own announcement, the Modern Queer and the Modern Queer magazine and the Modern Queer podcast will be dropping its own pages and its own Instagram socials real soon. We taking a page out of Krispy book. We rebranding and branding a whole bunch of shit come 2022. So check out for that. But with that being said,
20 seconds and counting. T-minus 15 seconds. Guidance is internal.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You ain't never met me for the moon crack, no. You ain't never labeled me as cool fat. Oh, I'm the one who bringing Stella's groove back. Fuck whoever let R. Kelly in the schools, huh. Like this planet only raising up the fool.